Today we're doing the suckling pig ragu with some homemade gnocchi and cime di rapa. So to start my prep, I'm gonna start with some cime di rapa, which we gotta make sure they're nice and beautiful and green and not yellow leaves. And I like to sweat them off with a little bit of chili and garlic. So we're just gonna thinly slice our garlic. Now, I like it spicy, so I leave the seeds in there, but if you don't like it too spicy, you can take the seeds out. So they release some of the flavor in the pot and in the oil. Just because it's going to help the water of the cime di rapa to come out, and I'm going to cover it with a lid. So all the steams is going to cook the green potatoes until they're nice and soft and cooked through. The best way is to go with a skewer and punch them like this. So if it goes through with no problem, it means it's cooked through. We just have to peel the skin. In pieces that are big enough to go in the potato riser and mash them. I mean, it's very important that when we work the potatoes for the gnocchi, they're still nice and warm, because it's going to be easier then to incorporate all the flour, the parmesan and the eggs. We got 2 egg yolks, a parmesan and our flour. I'm going to first put the flour in, start mixing it. Once a dough is formed, now we can then put our parmesan, our 2 yolks, and finish the mixing. Once the dough is ready, we're gonna put our truffle paste in there and mix it. That will give a nice and beautiful truffle flavor to the gnocchi. Here is a beautiful dough with truffle. It smells of truffle. Nice and beautiful. Little extra flour. I like to cut a little bit of the dough and sort of give it already a nice shape, so it will be easier for me then to roll it in tubes. To roll it, I'm going to use a little bit of extra flour. Just roll it nicely in a tube. Cut them a little bigger, like that, or a little smaller. I like them quite small, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut them nice, small gnocchi shape. So if we want the gnocchi to retain and keep a little bit more of the sauce around it, I like to put some stripes on the gnocchi, so stripe the gnocchi. To do that, I can just use the back of a fork and put a little bit of pressure with tongue and stripe it like that. So we do this just so we can, when we work the gnocchi in the sauce, it will keep a little bit more of that sauce attached to it. Diced onion, beautiful carrots, celery, bay leaves, our suckling pig legs diced already, and of course our little pot where we're going to cook the ragu for last. Wet them off nicely until they get a little bit of color, a little bit of caramelization, and the carrots go sweet, and even the onion goes sweet, and they're going to taste nice and beautiful in our ragu. We're going to wait until the vegetables are nicely spread, and we're going to add our suckling pig already diced. I like it nice and chunky, so then you have a bit of bites. We're going to put them in the pot. After a good 15 minutes of cooking the pork, it's got a little bit of nice color. The vegetables are beautiful and caramelized. I'm going to put my tomato paste. let it cook for another couple of minutes. And add my white wine to it. And we let the white wine evaporate so all the acidity goes out. Always keep mixing it. And then we cover our ragu with our stock. Cover it with a lid. And depending on the quantity, but these should cook for about 2-3 hours until the pork is nice and tender, nice and soft, and all the flavor of the meat is in the sauce. The ragu is ready. I'm going to put in my saucepan. And while I'm doing that, I can start cooking my gnocchi. For the gnocchi, we want to have some nice boiling water with a good amount of salt. The sauce is almost ready. So while the gnocchi are cooking and our sauce is getting to the right temperature, I'm just going to cut my cime di rapa a little bit more, just to make them a little bit smaller. Put it through the sauce. The sauce is now ready to be finished. And a sprinkle of parmesan. This is when you turn your fire off, so the parmesan doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And you work the sauce until the butter and the parmesan are fully melted. Here is our suckling pig ragu with black truffle gnocchi. Smells beautiful. And it tastes even better. Just serve it. We can finish the plate and sprinkle a little bit of parmesan on top of the sauce.